It's your boy, Albert Mad Creole Redeaux. It's youronespot.com. Usually when I'm making tracks, I already got something in my head that's already there. I may hear like a car, like I hear cars going right now, birds chirping, things like that. There's a rhythm that pops off in my head, and when that rhythm comes, I start making that rhythm bounce in my mind. I can see the keys, I can hear the sounds and the riffs come, and all I got to do is just put it together. It's just sitting there programming the keyboards and the drum machines, whatever I'm using, to make those sounds come from my head to life. And that's kind of how most of the music comes out. As far as that, like, I've heard that quote, with the OJs weren't beefing with the Temptations and all that kind of stuff. Let's get it straight. We in music, but don't get it twisted. Music is a competition. We all are competitive. I want to be better than you. I want to do a good show. I want my show to be better than everybody else's show. Do you think for 1 minute that James Brown, didn't want the whole stage? Did you think that Michael Jackson didn't want the whole stage? That's why he was better than everybody else, because he wanted the whole stage. He didn't want just half the stage, he didn't want just the corner of the stage, he wanted the whole stage. He could have just sat back and been a Jackson 5 for the rest of his life. But no, he stepped out. Look, I want to be the dude in the front. I want to run this. I want to be Thriller. So yes, there's competition. With that competition, there comes respect. Just like any other, like basketball or football. If you don't have the right respect for these people who you have in competition with, then you're gonna lose on that end. For example, hip hop now, you have the older generation, you have the younger generation. Okay, well, I have a lot of friends that are in the older generation. Some of them are even part of the beginning part of hip hop, which are really, in the 60s and 70 range, 60 range, I'll say. Okay, well, these cats, I don't really believe that there's a riff. They just want respect. And at the same time, they just look at it like, man, they built this. It's a little different between like OJ's, Temptations, and all these other things. They didn't, it wasn't like there's not an ascension. I mean, these dudes actually built the culture that we are doing. We're making money off of. There's a difference. So when you talk about, Wild Styles and all these movies and things like that, I mean, you're talking about Busy B. I know Busy B. Okay, well, Busy B is, he's like the original dude. He's an original cat. So you can't really beef with this dude. There's nothing to beef with him about. He's number one. He's it. Now, what should happen, what doesn't happen, which we should do more of, the younger dudes should do more on the business end to try to help the older ones, financially, just like in football and any other sport. When cats is old and they can't play football anymore, hey man, I watched you play, you know what, I just want to make sure that your family's okay. The older football players made $1,000, and they was out here killing themselves. These cats is making, $8.25 million just for one season. Dude, you can't take $1 million and help somebody? And that's all I'm saying to the younger rappers. You don't even have to be, it doesn't have to be like that, but throw events. When you're doing tours, include them. When you're doing things, include them. Add them to it. Use their music, use their lyrics, help them on the publishing side, help them on the music side. See, we're not doing that. We're not helping them financially, and that's what's killing us, is that we're not enclosing that. If we did that, then yeah, the older people, what you're missing from the older cats is knowledge, wisdom, and they are the ones that actually were creative. See, they created all of this stuff. So if you don't have the creativity, then you're losing. Again, it goes back to losing and winning. Why try to reinvent the wheel when the wheel's sitting in front of you? Go get these dudes and put them back in the game. Half these dudes are running radio stations. Half of them are involved in the community. They're really serious about what they're doing. You're making your life harder. You know, you out here trying to be that dude when these cats has been there. It don't make sense, basically. There is no beef. There is no rift. You're not gonna, there is none. If there's a street beef, then there's a street beef. You know, it's being real. If you're a real street dude, and then you know what I'm saying. If you understand me, if you hear me, if you're a gangster, then you understand the word, I don't like you. Me and you don't like each other, then the cameras turn off, the YouTube turns off, Craigslist turns off, all that turn off. You hop on planes, or you get in cars, you go to each other's neighborhood or wherever you're going, and I come see you. That's real, I don't like you type stuff. This other crap, that's publicity. And it's making our industry look real crazy because these dudes is not real rah-rah type dudes. You're not really finna go see this dude. And if you do see him at a show, you got 18 guards behind you. You know you can't get to this dude. You know that. You running up, and you got 18 dudes holding you back and he holding him back. And then so the cameras are all on y'all so y'all can put this on TV. If you really gonna do it, then go do it. Don't play around with it. Go do it. That's not what we trying to do. You know, that's never been what hip hop is about. Hip hop was about peace. It wasn't about that. We were trying to get away from that. So if that's what the whole game is, that's why I like the new music, because we're getting away from that. It's funny, if you look at music. This is what I want you guys to do the next time you go to a club. Look at the people in the club. About 5 years ago, everybody in the club was 50 Cent. They wanted to be shot. And they was walking around with baggy pants on, and they had their head all turned, and they was mean mugging, and they was crunk, and they was looking at people stupid and trying to fight, and, you know, sitting on the thing like this, you know. Okay, now look at them now. They hopping around, they snapping, and they happy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now it's Okay, now give them another 5 years, what they gonna be doing? You notice how things change? If you have a gangster in your neighborhood, look where he is. He in the same spot he was in when you was in high school. He's in the same spot when he got out of jail. He's in the same spot when he turned 30. He's in the same spot when he's 40, if he ain't dead by now. He on the same corner. He's still trying to conquer the same corner he was trying to conquer when he was 20. He a real gangster. He left all that when he started that lifestyle. He left that. That was some real stuff to him, and that's what it meant to him, is taking over that block. See, that's what people don't understand about realness and marketing. Marketing, you fake. And now you got these kids out here thinking that they Crips and Bloods and all these other things. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. To go in somebody else's neighborhood, all over the country, wearing somebody else's flag, and then you turn around and get killed. For what purpose? Because of music? This is music. This isn't, you ain't protecting the neighborhood. You ain't protecting nothing. I don't understand that. And that's something that we definitely need to change the culture, is get away from all that. These dudes need to understand that they really are affecting the children. Children really believe them. They think that they really running around here with, you know, semi-automatics and, you know, with chains on, riding through the hood, blasting. Let me tell you something. Ride through Colony Park or Springdale Main Road with some rims on and your chain on, and park at the car wash, and sit up there with a stack of money like that on YouTube, like you be doing. And stack up there like with big old stacks, $1 million, and put that on your car and stand there by yourself talking about, I'm the hardest motherfucker in the hood. I guarantee you, you will not last 10 seconds in my neighborhood. Both my neighborhoods, you will die. You won't do that in California. You can't do that in New York. You can't do that in Atlanta. You can't do that in Columbus, Ohio. There's a hard dude in Columbus, Ohio that will take you out right now for $1 million. Right up into his hood. So quit confusing the two things. Music, marketing. Know that. Understand that. Be you. Be who you are. If you a college dude, be you. If you a educated dude, be you. If you are a troubled teen, be you. If you a gangster, be you. Rap about what you know. Quit rapping about what somebody else's life is or what they seen. Or quit doing that, man. You lose it. I don't want to hear about your life. I want to hear about, you know, your life, not your life from someone else's eyes that you're sitting here watching your homeboy go through or somebody else on TV. I want to watch your life. Let me hear your stories. I want to hear about what's going on in your family, because that's what's interesting, is your family, your history. Because you may be going through the same thing I'm going through. You got kids, I got kids. That's cool. But you doing all this other stuff ain't making no sense.